What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Geek Table Talk for the month of March, which will hopefully run into April, which will hopefully run forever. I am your host. Yes, Cross, let's do it. I am your host, Anthony Sterling, aka your friendly neighborhood super Negro. And joining me, as always, all the time, are my great friends, Mr. David Welter, Mr. Welters himself, with the banging Dragon Ball
See
T,
that, man. See that.
and visiting us from a beautiful private island paid for by Microsoft is our Xbox man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Christopher McNabb, Saints fan forever. Rest in peace, Drew Brees. He's not dead. He's not dead. He's just retired. But Chris is with us, Meg Noob.
Thank you, Uncle Phil, for this beautiful island.
Phil would be happy. And last but certainly not least, a good friend of mine. And let me see how I can give him the respect on the name. He was an amazing reporter. He also is an awesome streamer on the Twitch, as the folks would say, as the elders would say, on that fandangled Twitcher. He's a Twitchery. Ladies and gentlemen, good friend and buddy of mine, Nerd Supreme, Mr. Alex Labat.
Thank you very much for the kind words and the introduction. It is great to be here. I am amongst friends and amongst good company. I'm looking forward to a very interesting conversation. We have a lot of fun topics that I'm looking forward to diving into. So thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you for coming. I've been knowing Alex, over a decade now, huh?
Yeah, it's been well over 10 years.
Yeah, and we have a mutual friend, his wife, Lady Ash. I'm not gonna say her full name because we don't want nobody coming. Y'all don't want to get hurt now. Y'all leave Ash alone. But me and his wife worked together, and then I left, or ceremoniously kicked out, and he came in, but he didn't take my job. Nobody could take my job. I was amazing as a director. No, I'm joking. But he was an awesome reporter for the local ABC affiliate here in Lafayette, Louisiana, and he went on to do bigger and better things and stream, y'all. Y'all have to catch him on twitch.tv/SNL Abat. So
Perfect. You got it.
The letters S N and his last name, Labat. So definitely follow him, subscribe to him, give him all the glory, give him his propers, and hopefully they will do the same for me because I am coming on Twitch, bitch. I'm gonna be a Twitch boy. I'm gonna run this thing. You can find me on Twitch with nothing there at Madness AD. Christopher McNabb, I'm doing government names. He's also on as, give me your name.
I don't remember.
Okay, so don't follow him.
I don't get on Twitch much, man.
Whoa.
He doesn't Twitch as much. When somebody says
I have one, I just don't remember what it is.
Whoa.
I don't Twitch as much. I'm like, that's good because that would be a nerve condition. Mr. Welters here is also on Twitch. You are PC and PC streaming.
I am, man, but streaming, yeah, I don't really do, man.
You know what?
I'm always playing all
It's
these
all about
competitive
you
games
guys,
all the
man.
time, man. Can't help it. Yeah, focus on this side.
Okay, well, Alex is, I don't know which way my hand is gonna point, but Alex is a resident Twitch streamer. He's amazing. I'm telling y'all.
Thank you very much.
Joke. Give him a watch. You will be glad you did. And when you go and subscribe and follow him, tell him your friendly neighborhood super Negro brought you there, and he will give me 25% of his Twitch earnings.
Yes,
which will never happen. But man, look, seriously, so glad to have you here. And as always, this show is sponsored entirely by no one. So if you want to sponsor this show, you know what to do. Get at me on the internets and email me at heyyoant77@gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at madness3030. All right, let's get into it because I want to thank our awesome viewers and fans. Um, the
You.
channel's growing. The channel is growing, man. We are now at 468 YouTube subscribers. I'm gonna put some special effects, maybe some cheers, some people drinking, maybe women showing the boobs, throwing feet. But
Hey,
we're growing, but I want to make sure we truly grow and get a nice fan base. So to show appreciation to the 468 subscribers already there, and hopefully moving on to more, I am on a campaign called The Road to 1,000. Why? You don't need to know. 1,000 is a beautiful number. But if we can get to 500, I will do a pit stop giveaway. And the giveaway prize is a $50 gift card. I am not joking. I'm serious. It's coming out my
Damn.
pocket. It's not because I got my stimmy. It's just because I appreciate
Uncle
everyone who
Joe.
has supported me from day one. Because, like I said, the only subscriber who is not going to win anything is the Rona, because the Rona was the reason I started doing this, but I am not giving that heifer no kind of glory. So for everyone who watches, get to 500, share this thing as usual, hit that red subscribe button. It only takes a second. A blue thumbs up, blue thumbs are cool. And you know, hit that bell and turn the notifications to all so you'll be notified when we drop new video so you can watch and enjoy. And all you got to do to get that giveaway prize is like this video, leave a comment. That is all. If you're a subscriber, like the video, leave a comment. If you're just tuning in and you're like, who are these four handsome young men? And why have I not tried to jump their bones? You are going to have to hit the subscribe button, give us a blue thumbs up, and leave a comment. Those three things for new people, those two things for, you know, existing subscribers. And I promise you, it's a $50 gift card. It is not a joke. It is real. You can look, I am like Mike the Pillow Guy. Without any controversy, I will deliver. You will not find me on OAN. I
Yeah.
will make it happen. All right. So, with that being said, let's get into this show. We have viewer comments. Y'all touch my heart with this. And I want to thank y'all for leaving comments. So please leave more comments. Let's get in the conversation. Let's have fun. First comment goes to the Eclectic Blurred. Good buddy of mine on Twitter. We are Twitter friends. I haven't met this person, met this guy. Hopefully, we'll have him on the show. And he says, so just a few comments. One, Snyder cut. Get ready. I will watch, but it is basically a redo, an add on to something already in the world, knowing exactly what to change. Also, why I feel like my color on my TV, my TV needs to be adjusted to all these DC movies, including this preview in a colorful gray. Dude, that's just Snyder.
Snyderverse.
Second comment of it. Part two, Gina. Bye, Felicia. That's going to our good friend, not our good friend, but our Gina Carano story from last month's episode, which you can check by hitting the link. He continues, people need to understand their brand and the brand of the company they work for. Absolutely. I agree. Three, WandaVision, my favorite show right now. No, it should be your favorite show always. Wanda has been my favorite MCU character since being introduced. Can't wait to see what happens next. She will probably be the villain in Doctor Strange. Oh, I am not a binge watcher, so I love the weekly. Nothing's better than watching the people's response to having to wait. Last part, I am not a gamer, so it's interesting to listen to you all talk. Thank you, Eclectic Blurred. It is very heartwarming to hear because shit, I talk a lot. My Dave's second, and Chris, as he said, he is the man who agrees. So when you hear Chris, you better believe you're a special person because he don't talk to everybody.
Wow.
He didn't need to talk. He's on Microsoft Island. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's right. Bill said, "Don't speak. Just let the money talk." So thank you, Eclectic Blurred, for that amazing comment. Next comment comes from Sorry. The cat's contribution to the talk was invaluable. LOL. If you did not see last month's episode, shame on you. But if you did notice Zoom Cat joined us. We had to pay him, bastard. I can't stand his ass, but he did bring a beautiful, how should I say it? Ambiance to the show. Yes,
Yeah.
as the French would say, well balls. But I really want to thank Zoom Cat for showing up. They finally found out that his client was not guilty, so no one dies today. Thank you, Sorry. And her name is Sorry, not Sorry. We're not Canadians. Last but not least, Michelle says on Gina Carino, or Carano, it's actually Carano. On Gina Carano, no recast. There is a rich universe of characters and experiences experiences in Star Wars. Cara Dune has a great backstory, but they can use another strong female character to engage the audience with the same type of displaced by the Empire backstory as Cara Dune. So the consensus is Gina Carano, meh, you out of a job, but you are with Ben Shapiro, and hopefully your movies will do well. I'm gonna wish it. I know many folks are telling me to burn in hell for it, but I have no ill will unless you bring it to me.
I think
So
she's getting written out of Fast Five or Fast and Furious too, isn't she?
yeah, she's basically blacklisted. But let's be honest here, blacklisting in Hollywood, sometimes it is permanent. Other times you just have to wait for, and I hate to say it, one global tragedy, you make a donation, you're back in the fold. And it's been proven. So who knows what's gonna happen with her?
Yeah.
I know she's not going back to MMA. I don't think she can fight anymore because she's had a few injuries that's caused her to stay out of the octagon. So, you know, best of luck to her. She's not out of the tribe. She's just, like we said, in the outer rim,
Mhm.
in the backyard, hanging out with the creepy uncle. So once again, thank you, viewers, for the comments. Please leave a comment below. Let us know what you think about the show. Join in our conversation, and we're on the road to 1,000 giveaway. I got to get somebody to do a voiceover so I could just hit that. Thousand. All right. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Bump, bump, bump. In the news and convo. This is Chris's thing since he is on Microsoft Island. This is huge. It is now official. Microsoft owns ZeniMax Bethesda, or is it Bethesda ZeniMax? However it's said, it is now in the House of Gates. And hot damn, did is Phil what? Phil Spencer? Because I want to say Spectre so bad. Rest in peace to Phil Spector. Phil Spencer put his nuts on the table
Again.
and finally answered the big question. Are the Bethesda games going to be exclusive to Microsoft? And the answer is yes.
Yeah. Why?
With some stipulations now.
PC and Xbox, bruh.
Yeah, PC and Xbox. Now there are some stipulations, things that I think he said were legacy titles, and stuff that have been contracted already, like Deathloop and what is it, Ghostline Tokyo, which are the two games which are going to be PS5 exclusives. Very limited exclusives, mind you, because they've really gone to the Series X and Game Pass. But I think they have a year of exclusivity, a year or two. I don't remember. I don't remember all the stuff. But the beauty of this is the anger and the so-called "we don't care" that's coming from a certain group of gamers. And to you, I say you can diss, you can be mad all you want, but if I paid 7.5 billion, and I'm gonna say it like Carl Sagan, $1 billion,
Billions and
billions.
billions.
There is no way in hell I'm sharing everything. If not sharing anything, I want my return on investment. You know,
Well, to your point, and a point that I would like to bring up, the one thing that Phil Spencer, I believe, has been known for is his willingness to share.
right?
If you look at Microsoft's relationship with Nintendo specifically, look at Minecraft.
Yep.
Minecraft was brought to the Switch, and they are very big on cross-platform connectivity, wanting to loop in a number of the different consoles and the generations.
Mhm.
And so I respect Phil Spencer a lot because he puts gaming first.
Right.
Gaming and the gaming experience. Prime example, Game Pass and xCloud. So I do not fault Microsoft for buying Bethesda and saying, you know what? We've done a lot of goodwill when it comes to our services.
Mhm.
We're going to take this one thing and we're going to hold on to it for a little bit. So I really can't fault Microsoft for that, because now they have something to champion as far as exclusivity. Because if you look at Sony, their first party titles, that is the PlayStation 5 is a single player first party machine. Horizon,
Exactly.
Spider-Man, all of these different type, God of War.
Right.
You've got these big name single player experiences. That's what Bethesda is known for. So
Mhm.
now they might be able to go tit for tat a little bit.
Right. And fans of what is it? Elder Scrolls Online, you're not going to lose out if you're playing it on on PlayStation. It's still going to be there. You know, you're fine, and all of that is good to go. I looked at it, and when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. Even if they shared, the beauty of it is Microsoft would start to have titles now. You know, because the last big AAA first party title they've had was Gears. You know, because Fable had came, Halo was already there. Gears was really one of the last ones that they did that was successful. So them pulling in, and I really did love the roundtable where Todd Howard was like, "Look, we've been dealing with you guys since the first Xbox, you know, and we've been dealing with Microsoft strictly because of the PC run. We know who we're getting in, you know, we're getting involved with, and we love that. And the fact that Phil Spencer looked at it and said, you know, we're backing off. We're gonna let you guys do what you do best. Go make great games, and we'll just, you know, you have PC as well as an Xbox to go, you know, to go forth and let it flourish, and PS5, you know. So I love it. I love it. I was just happy to see Microsoft get a win. I know they're the evil empire and all that crap, but I was just glad to see them get a win.
Well, and again, to your point, I tend to think of, and I'll put this to the group, but I tend to think of Microsoft as the second console. You've got your PC, you've got your Switch, you've got your PS5. I feel like for a lot of gamers, Xbox is their other console.
Mhm.
It's sort of the additional thing that you get, because it besides the first party games, you can get everything else on the Xbox. And with EA Play, games with gold, Game Pass, and now with Bethesda, now it's very hard to say this is my second console. For a lot of people, that is going to be their primary game console, if you really think about it, because of the game library now. And with the limited space that you have on the PS5, because let's not forget, they touted it as 1 terabyte. It shipped with 800,
Right.
and it really only has 600 gigs on board.
Yep.
You're only installing a couple of games. So the Series X and S really looks good for the price point and what you get right now.
Yeah, that I agree. And damn it, I want my Series X. Best Buy.
And I mean, on that note too, it's like, man, their whole smart delivery system just it's leaps and bounds better than the shenanigans you essentially have to go through with your PS5, where
Yeah.
I got this game from the old gen, but it's got a next gen upgrade. Now I've got to jump through a bunch of hoops to download this version, but have the old version. Then it's nuts. The Xbox, it just works, you
Yeah.
know.
And
Go ahead.
seeing those titles go from what they were bumped up to 4K and sometimes to 60 to 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
You're playing your games that you've
Woo.
grown up with and love. Now they've been given some love. And
Correct.
so it's like, okay, not only did they just buy this company and wipe their hands with it, they actually are paying attention to these games and saying there's a reason people love these games, and we're going to show them some TLC. And I am absolutely on board with them optimizing those games for that console.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of it. If right after the round table, 20 Bethesda games miraculously appeared on Game Pass, all
Look
got
what we're
boost,
giving you, bros.
like got the big gaming boost, 60 frames, 4K. Like Microsoft just went, children, here. This is why we did this. We did it. Yes, we gonna make some money, but we did it for you gamers. And I just sat there like, I just have an Xbox
Well,
One X.
to my point, I don't think they got it to make it Microsoft exclusive. I think they got it to make it Game Pass exclusive, because I think in the long run, their end game is to have it Game Pass on PlayStation and Nintendo. They're going to add it to smart TVs pretty soon, because they're talking about putting an app on smart TVs where all you need is a Bluetooth controller. So I'm thinking they're looking at that very long game is just to have it everywhere. And I just make it exclusive to Game Pass.
Chris, you are right in the sense that they want to bring it to other platforms, because I know that they're testing xCloud through Safari for iOS devices.
Yeah.
And, Apple's big thing was we have to be able to list each game individually on the App Store, which that ain't happening. But the fact that they're willing to bring it to mobile devices like that, Chris, you're absolutely right. They want to get their games in as many people's hands as possible. Look at what they do with the PC. If you own Game Pass Ultimate, there really is no need to own a Series X or S. But because of what Microsoft has done with their goodwill, you kind of go out and buy one just because of Phil Spencer and how they operate. I'm going to buy this console because Microsoft's so good to me.
Yeah. And I'll be brutally honest. Every time they say this is on Game Pass, I'm just like, I still have an Xbox One S. I really want my Series X. Please, Bill, Phil, whoever, get me a damn console.
DJ Philly Spence keeps slinging the hits, man. I don't know.
And it just keeps rolling, man. And that's the thing. But we can't not ignore Sony, because there is a quick story. I know I didn't put it in here. I do want to congratulate them for purchasing and partnering with EVO, the fighting game tournament. To all Smash players, please do not panic. It is okay. They are keeping the game in the tournament. EVO, the folks who run EVO, came out with their Twitter press release, which was hilariously funny and awesome. They were like, don't throw your pro controllers. You guys are still going to come and play Smash. We're still going to have these tournaments. It's going to be all systems. It's not going to be just because Sony bought it does not mean everybody has to play on a PlayStation. No, we're still going to have the Switch. We're still going to have Xbox consoles and PCs and things like that. So this is great for them because of exposure. A much bigger exposure than what they've had, and they have money to back it now. So I just wanted to.
I was going to say, it's like, generally people get scared when these big companies come in, but no, let's be real. EVO was hurting the past few years. They needed someone to kind of step in and, I guess you could say, take charge financially and all that.
Yeah, because I think they got rid of some pretty I don't like saying toxic, but they got rid of some bad beans out of the and Now that they have a huge corporation like Sony there, hopefully, man, I would love to see Evo tournaments on ESPN like we've seen with other esports, or um, they'll probably partner with Twitch, or they're going to get with the Paramount Network. Wherever they can, I want to see some fighting game tournaments on my big screen television.
Yeah, I'm always
Just
down
keep
with
the
that.
atmosphere. The
Just keep
atmosphere
the
is so great.
atmosphere. Yeah.
And I'm not going to sidetrack, but here's what I want. So last year was the anniversary of Marvel versus Capcom 2, and they were going to
Right.
bring it back to Evo.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen. What I want to see is them announce either the next Marvel versus Capcom game
Mm-hmm.
or a revival of Marvel versus Capcom 2.
Ah.
And I expect this, but since Sony bought Evo, it would be a great way to announce they're bringing it back, and it's Sony exclusive.
Ooh, yeah, that would.
That I can see happening. So as a Marvel
Ooh.
versus Capcom fan, this has me excited.
Right. Which would be so unfair because Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was a Dreamcast exclusive, damn it.
Yes, it was. Got it on the shelf back there.
But sadly, I mean, anything is possible with this acquisition. And like I said, I just want to see Evo flourish because out of all the tournaments, they were one of my favorites. And especially with I can't what's his name?
Daigo?
Igo. Dude, the comeback. East,
Mhm.
whoo, man, that was some good watching, just hearing the announcers just lose it, health bar to the end. And I'm just like,
Mhm.
oh, he gonna look, wait a minute, wait, what are these tech hits? What's going on? What's going on? This motherfucker did it. So props to him, man. Congratulations.
All I ask is bring me back the Dragon Ball Fighters this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think with all of that, I think all of that's going to come back in a flood. Hopefully we get past this broken Panasonic and our tape of life that's in the tape deck will start running right again. And we'll get back to some normalcy of geekdom, and fighting game tournaments will be back in order. And whoo, I can't. I'm just excited. I really hope this works.
And I hope so too, because maybe it'll force Nintendo to fix their net code for Smash Brothers.
Ooh, let's not get petty. You hear that, Nintendo? Mr. Labat said fix your shit. So fix it. All right. Now, going back to Microsoft. No, this Sony. We love you, Sony. I have a PS5.
I do
this, this was a big one. And most folks think, no, it's not. But I say yes, this is a big one. Earlier this week, Microsoft as well as Square Enix came in and said, hey guys, we're gonna put Outriders on Game Pass day and date of release. So April 1st, Outriders will be available. The full game, not the demo, which I'm losing my mind over, will be available on Game Pass Ultimate, on April 1st. So at midnight, probably, you can start downloading and jumping on and working my nerves because I know I won't be able to be playing because I know my skills ain't gonna be up because I'll be sleeping while y'all be playing. So that right there, once again, great win for Microsoft. One report I was reading on Twitter, there was basically, I'm not a fan of slamming Sony fans and PC people. We're gamers. We should all love and play. That is it, and that is all. Healthy competition is good, but toxic competition makes it horrible for all of us, as well as folks who want to come in and come into our realm. But he was breaking it down as this is probably one of the biggest wins for Microsoft and a big punch to the gut for Sony because you don't have to pay the $70 because this game's going to be 70. If you have Game Pass, your $15 a month subscription gets you a triple A game. And then, when he said that, all the fans can, no, that's not even triple A, man. It's not even. Blah, blah, blah. I'll say it like this. I have a PS5. I will purchase this game. Why? Because the people who made it, People Can Fly, great developer. I'm going to support them. Don't think these people aren't making their money because Microsoft paid a grip. So this is not a, oh, we win, blah, blah, blah. No, this is Microsoft knowing that install base that's coming from the demo is going to move right in to, what we have into our ecosystem. So it's a very smart move, but I will pay the money to get the game because I love that goddamn game. And I lie. I thought it was 70. Oops, I'm wrong. It's 59.99. So it's
Wow.
$60. My bad. Way to go, Square Enix. You didn't go for the hype. You didn't go for the hype. You save Anthony $10. Thank you.
Well, I feel
My
like
heart goes out to you.
Square is just whoring themselves out right now. Final Fantasy 16,
Yep.
Sony exclusive.
Yeah.
This game, day one, play Game Pass. At least going to the highest bidder.
Avengers game, still sucking.
They are bringing Kingdom Hearts to the Epic Game Store. It'll be
I
the first
saw
time
that.
Kingdom
Wow.
Hearts will be on PC. So you are
Yep.
right that Square Enix is really kind of putting themselves out
Yeah.
there as far as trying to make some revenue.
Right. And also
That
it's-
is true.
I think we're coming to a point where loyalty is nothing anymore. It's gonna die out. Console loyalty with companies and exclusivity is slowly going to go the way of the dinosaur. And I could be wrong. I know you're giving me that face, Alex, of I'm gonna think on this and
Well, I'm agreeing with you because I want to say I read something that there was a consortium or that there was some agreement that Sony, Nintendo, and Xbox were going to work on some sort of cross-platform ability going into the future. That I want to say that they did come to some sort of agreement. So I agree with you in that there is sort of a ambiguous fluidity now that you really, unless it's Nintendo or Sony, the third party games, I know for myself, you buy it on a console, you buy it on the Switch because it's portable. I have Hades on like everything. So it really to your point, it's getting harder and harder to say, this is my main machine. Right. We're all just gaming on whatever we can possibly get our hands on.
Yeah, and that's, to me, is how it should be now. You're in the future. It's like this one gaming world order. Back in the day, yes, you were either an NES fan or you were practically an NES fan, because if you were a Master System fan, well, we knew you were broke.
Or you like EA.
Or, it's gonna get to the point where, yeah, I have an Xbox or yeah, I have a PS5, but I'm playing the same game on all systems. Now does that mean we're gonna see Halo on PlayStation? Probably not. I know Sony, and I don't know anyone that works for Sony, but Sony is a petty company, and they're not too friendly with the sharing, although they are moving games to PC.
Yes.
They are moving to the PC realm, which, geez, welcome to the 21st century. I mean, Microsoft's been doing that since. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
But let's not forget the about face that Microsoft did, because when they announced the Xbox One, remember it was locked down.
Yes.
With DRM, you couldn't you couldn't basically play used games. You couldn't lend somebody your disc and play it. Like, it was bad, and Sony capitalized on that. So as much as we're championing Microsoft right now, just a few years ago, they were the bad guys in the industry.
They were the villain. That is true. But I'm also going to champion them, because if it wasn't for them, our asses would not be playing on broadband. We would not be playing. Like, console players would not be in the realm of online competitive gaming. And and I'm always gonna give Bill Gates and all of them at Microsoft a massive hug for that, because they really did connect us.
Oh, 100%.
And they forced everybody. Because I remember that E3, when they announced the Xbox, the first big black monolith, which, the Duke. And when Bill Gates called that, you can no longer use dial-up. It's broadband, baby. And I just remember all the people in there were like, "Are you out your effing mind? No,
Mhm.
no, no." Even developers were like, "No," and Bill just went, "Bitch, watch." And lo and behold, Xbox Live kicks in, and it hits the ground running. So you are correct. Microsoft made a huge mistake, and I do blame Don Matrick for that bastard. The way he pushed that, but even with those lockdowns, they did have a lot of cool features that Sony brought in
Mhm.
and had to learn from. Microsoft, like you said, did an about face or true 180, and Sony was just like, "Hi, yeah, here's how you share a game. Wait, how do y'all do this?" And they had to bring it into their thing.
Yep.
So it's I think it's a great time to be a gamer.
The good thing with how it played out, though, was then they started refocusing on their backwards compatibility and refocusing on whole other strategies that turn out now, at least now, was a
Mhm.
big win.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's great.
And I really, the name of this episode is going to be Phil Spencer, We Love You.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But
change it right now
DJ Philly Spence.
because I had it as episode 7. Who you calling a geek? But
but when he walked out and basically made his reintroductory speech, it really was, we love gamer, and he always says it, we love
Mhm.
gamers, we love gaming, and that's our focus.
Yeah.
And I actually want to say, and I don't want to stay on this too long, but their last quarterly earnings report, they did not give their numbers
Mhm.
because Phil Spencer said it's not about the numbers,
Right.
it's about gaming. And so we're not going to discuss sales and revenue because it's going to look like that's what we're focused on, and that's not what we're focused on. And I respect that.
Yeah, because how many of us are actually going to sit there and want to read an earnings report or really care about an earnings report unless you're one of those goofy ass fans that's like, "Oh, yeah, Microsoft's not making any money. Look at this." And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
dude,
Indubitably, another
like,
profit.
yeah,
Yes, please.
yeah, so yes, I want to know what games are coming to your system. What are you bringing into your ecosystem that'll make me happy to stay in your ecosystem? And that's fine. That's it. That's all I want. So, yeah, Phil Spencer, we here at Geek Table Talk would like you to know we love you. You are special. We give you your flowers. 8-bit flowers. I'm going to make some 8-bit flowers for people that we love and give them our little heart containers
Yeah.
and send them out, and they'll probably think it's an explosive device, and I'll probably go to jail.
He did
These
troll
guys!
us. He trolled us for a moment, though.
He did.
Hey,
He
Xbox
did.
Gold double price.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh man. Yeah. That was the quickest about face. Like Alex said,
Mm-hmm.
they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna charge you guys $80. What? I thought that
Gotcha.
it was almost like I wish they'd have went, gotcha. Halo's finished, coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Everybody would have been like, they'd have did the Jesus pose like Zack Snyder's Superman. And I guess that was my segue. Because,
Yeah, I like it.
because ladies and gentlemen, it has happened. It happened. The Snyder Cut was unleashed upon the public on March 18th. And boy, did it drive a wedge in the geek and movie going world to the point where I just want to say everybody sucks, but I love you regardless. Because my goodness, 4 hours of superheroes, 4 hours of slow motion, 4 hours of the same. And yes, I believe we all four watched it.
4 hours of
Bruh, bruh. Okay, I'm just gonna start because I want to get this out, and I want all of y'all to just let loose, whether you liked it or loved it. I'm gonna be brutally honest here. I thought it was a good movie that was complete. That is all. It is not the greatest superhero film. No. Superman 1978, bitch. You best learns your history. Then Avengers and everything else Marvel. And Blade, which was Marvel anyway. So anyway. So no, I thought it was complete. I was happy that the Snyder fans got what they petitioned for. It was actually pretty cool to see a studio actually listen to fans. Uh, but other than that, please do not act like this movie is the Ten Commandments, the greatest story ever told, The Wizard of Oz. Hell, Zack Snyder is the Tyler Perry of genre films. I'm just gonna throw it out there. He has a strong, strong, strong fan base, and I love that. But yes, some of you are toxic, and he had to prove that and piss some people off. But for this movie, the one thing I did like was that it was actually fleshed out. And thank goodness, because in 4 hours, if you could not complete this story, bruh, it is just best for you to no longer make movies. But the fact that it took you 4 hours to flesh this out and give me a complete movie is just kind of sad. But it was a fan service film, and the consensus is the hardcore DC fans loved it, the Snyder fans loved it, everybody else was very mixed, and that's how I am. I am done. May the Snyder cut live forever on HBO Max or wherever the fuck it want to be. I am never going back to it. It's there. I experienced it. I'm done. Whew. Please, friends.
Breathe, breathe, man, breathe.
I'm gonna just keep on slashing. That is my rant. That is my. I'm sorry if I went off like Bernie Sanders. It was a mess. But no, I just it was an okay movie that was complete, and that's a good thing. I don't need any more of Zack Snyder's vision. I'm good.
I had it explained to me like this: Joss Whedon made the Super Friends,
Yes.
and Zack Snyder actually made a Justice League movie. And I think that is probably the best thing that I've heard regarding the two versions of this movie. And what I want to say is this is a testament to leaving directors alone, because there are so many opportunities and so many things that directors try to bring to the table, and you have executives from the top down saying, we don't want this, we can't see this is not what people want. You have people saying this is not what people want. This is an instance where the people said, this is what we want, and now they got what they asked for. 4 hours of it. But I also think that the movie was its length because there are, and I had this said to me, there's a 2 and 3 that are not going to happen.
Right.
So this movie is sort of an in totality. If this is my one shot to tell this story with this cast of characters, I'm gonna throw everything at the wall.
Right.
Because I think, Affleck's done. We're not getting Cyborg. Gal Gadot, I think, only has one more Wonder Woman left.
Yeah, under her contract.
So this version of the Justice League, really, this is the one and only opportunity we're going to see this cast.
And I'm sorry not to cut you.
No.
Let's just call it, man. I kind of feel bad for Ezra Miller. His Flash movie is it's gonna happen, but I don't know, man. Like, he really do need Flash powers to get a Flashpoint in, so we could actually see the Flashpoint movie.
Well, I think, and I'll extend this to the room, but the Flashpoint movie coming from the Justice League movie is an opportunity to reset the universe.
That's what they want.
And I think that is a prime opportunity now that we've got Ezra Miller.
I still hate his run. I hate it. I hate it.
Oh man, you do it with me. Yeah.
It's like he's run with with me. Dude, I don't need Bob Ross. Okay.
Painting the trees.
Yeah, my run is just a happy accident. But no, and it's nothing against Ezra Miller, y'all. I just don't like the run and the music. Sorry, Junkie XL. You should have got higher off a heroin and jump off a bridge. Yeah, I said
Jesus.
Whoa!
They're coming after me. I don't give a shit. But no, Alex. I mean, you've hit the nail on the head. Super Friends is not a bad thing.
No,
At all, people. Now, I will say I hated the Super Friends because there was a much better cartoon called Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends that was 10 times better, and an Incredible Hulk cartoon that knocked it all out the park. But the only thing that I had a big problem with Zack Snyder is his Superman. Oh, Superman. I'm sorry. I did not like the death of Superman from Batman v Superman. I thought that was just thrown in for a little, because we knew he was coming back. It didn't. And here's the thing. It didn't hit, and yes, I'm going to compare it to, say, Tony dying, in Endgame. It wasn't the grand sacrifice it should be because it was so early in the development of this universe. It's almost like Zack was like, and it could be Zack that wanted it, or it could have been the studio. Like you said, the studio the studio pissed on him so much, but it just didn't work for me. The black suit, great fan service, thumbs up on it. Dude, the red, blue is suits. That black suit had meaning in the comics. It was used for a reason. And once that reason was done, he never went back to it. Once it gave him all the solar energy it needed, that dude was back in the old costume with a mullet. Did anybody see Henry Cavill with a mullet? I did not.
Where's the mullet, damn it?
I want the mullet cut.
The mullet cut.
Release the mullet cuts now.
All right, let me add another 6 hours. Here we go.
And each minute, it's his hair getting longer and longer. The party in the back.
Slow motion zoom ins.
Yes. And that's another thing. The slow motions were just.
That's why it took 4 hours.
Yeah. I mean, if you'd have took that would have been a 2-hour film without all the slow-mo, But Dave, Chris, please jump in. Y'all saw it. Come in, just run.
So look, man, I'll be honest. I enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't the greatest piece of cinema, obviously, but I definitely enjoyed it. I like how everything was fleshed out more. I do realize why, like we said before, our boy Ray Fisher was big mad. I realize that now because, man, they cut out a whole shenanigans with him, kind of building his story.
Still didn't like he looked like an N64 NPC.
I've heard other things that he looked like, like
Black man in a tuna
Megatron's
can.
phallic piece,
Yeah. Like I said last time, black man in a tuna
Megatron.
can. Well, yeah, Megatron.
But overall, I mean, it was an experience. Like you said, I'm never gonna do it again, but it was an experience. Glad I did it, but I'm good.
And for those who are like, you're talking about how long it is. Endgame was long, bitch. Endgame was 2 hours and 58 minutes, 3 hours and 1 minute with the Stan Lee tribute, a tribute to a great man. Kiss my ass. This is a whole hour. It's an extra hour or what? Oh, you gave me Martian Manhunter. Yeah, I knew he was black. Come on. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. Chris. they gonna come after me. I don't care.
I thought it was definitely an improvement. It was good, but not great. For me, for a long movie, if the difference between good and great is a great movie, you're not looking at your watch saying, like, when's this going to end? It's like a 3-hour movie keeps you into it. You're engaged the whole time. You're not like waiting for it to end. This one, after a while, I was like, all right, man, it's time to wrap this up. Let's finish this. So, I mean, it can be entertaining, but not enough to like distract me from the fact that, like, okay, I just want it to end now, especially like that last 30 minutes was nothing but fan service with the whole injustice thing and all that other stuff.
Yeah, that
Spoiler.
epilogue, we'll save you. Hey viewers, we're gonna save your souls. That epilogue, it does beat the Lord of the Rings trilogy. What was the last one? Return of the King. Because
Mhm.
Return of the King had what, 6 or 7 endings.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think that this epilogue had about 75, and one went back and found Bill Finger to give him the check that he deserved for helping create Batman from Bob Kane. So it was, it's there. But it there was a lot of fat in that epilogue. But it was really cool to see Martian Manhunter and Bruce. That was a very
Mhm.
awkward, odd couple kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Oh, thanks for being our bro
I
now,
understand.
bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I understand why they did it. It's like Alex said. I mean, he's not going to make any more after this. I
Right.
mean, he kind of wants to do
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. And what did y'all feel about Jared Leto's Joker?
I didn't like it, believe it
Okay.
or not. It was better, but I don't know.
It kind of made me feel like that was Robin by one thing he said, but then I kind of walked away
Right.
on it. You know, when he said, "Why
Yeah.
would you send a boy to do a man's job and all of that?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, did." And I kind of ran like saying, "Wait a minute. Could this be the Batman Return of the Joker kind of feel?" You
Mhm.
know, where oh, grown up Robin became the Joker, you know, but
Yep.
not through, brain suggestion, just for the fact that the original Joker whipped the crap out of Jason Todd so badly, he split, so he's
Mhm.
damaged. And that whole who's gonna give you the reach around? I was like, that's not needed.
Yeah, I was
Not
like,
needed.
oh,
No.
Yeah.
cool, man.
And
Yeah.
and one more and hopefully this is my last thing. Did it deserve? I'm sorry, I didn't even get y'all take on the Joker thing. Chris, you didn't like it. Dave, Dave, we live in a society, dude.
I'm just gonna put it. It
It
was
was there.
yeah, it was there. Jared Leto at least looked better.
Yeah,
Cool.
he did. He did.
And I like Jared Leto, man. I wanted him to work, but I don't know. It just didn't.
Yeah.
I liked his laugh.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sounded like Grandpa smoked a little too much unfiltered cigarette. But he's a great actor, and we knew it was just going to be a very small part.
Mhm.
So we weren't going to get the full on Joker. But I will say, and this was going to be a joke, but to be honest, I really, really, really want a Paradise Island Themyscira Amazon movie, but with no Junkie XL damn music, because that ancestral lamentation shit, lamenting and all of that, no, not even the guitar that took me out of the movie, because it came so abruptly, especially like when they
It
had
kind of did.
the final battle.
Mhm.
Because you remember when Bruce was just like unloading on the parademons, and
Yeah.
then they jump
Mhm.
on his car, and then Wonder Woman shows up, and it just went, and I'm like, oh God, look, yo, we know she's from a far off land. We don't need to hear the national anthem of said land.
It,
Just
it reminded me, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but anybody remember the Tiki Idol from the Brady Bunch?
yes.
And anytime it would go,
Yeah.
like,
Bad
that's
shit
what that
happened.
reminded me of.
Dude, yes, I do remember. Oh yeah, because Greg broke his leg or something.
That's bad luck.
Yeah, like fell off a surfboard or something, and it would just always have that. That's what that reminded me of.
And
Oh God.
I was not at first. I was not a fan of Steppenwolf's look, but
Mhm.
it worked. It actually worked. But I got strong Thor Destroyer armor vibes, because you remember the Destroyer in the Thor film, I mean, the
Mhm.
comics, the living
Yeah.
armor that I saw a lot of. Chris, I'm gonna say it. I was not a fan of Darkseid's look last month, but watching it in action, even with that sepia tone Instagram color palette, I thought it worked
Look,
for
man,
what it
Thanos didn't look
was.
bad. I mean, dark.
Oh, but okay, for true hardcore comic fans, we know Darkseid came years before Thanos.
Mhm.
In 1970, and Jimmy Olsen and his full regalia appearance was in 71 in the New Gods. We get it. In the fourth world, we're okay. But like we said, to see a villain, how Marvel brought us Thanos, Zack Snyder, I don't think he could do it. Even if they gave him a full trilogy. Darkseid's whole MO is very typical super villain. I'm going to conquest. And that whole, yeah, I burned 100,000 worlds. Bitch, we get it. We know your resume. Stop. But when you hear Thanos, Thanos wasn't about conquering. Thanos was like, there's too many of you people. Thanos was antisocial. He believed in social distance. He knew the Rona was coming. So if I could take half of the universe out, everyone will flourish. He actually cared. Like, if you really think about it, Thanos really cared.
The scary thing about Thanos is that and what I think was so well done is you listen to him explain his reasoning, and it probably, for some people, it's like, I understand kind of where he's coming from, and that's scary.
Yes.
When you have a maniacal genius, where you're going like, wait a minute, you know, the overpopulation and everything he's talking about, and then you hear Doctor Strange or somebody snap back and go, yeah, but you get that by killing billions and trillions of people. Right. And his response is, oh, it's a small price to pay. It's this dichotomy of like,
exactly.
And where you're coming from as far as Darkseid is concerned is just, you know, very.
I want to conquer. I want the anti-life equation and rule. And here's the thing. Thanos did this. Hey, look, I won the championship, baby. It's time to retire. My man went on a farm. This dude became a hipster. He became a hipster.
Peace out, bros.
Yeah.
Time to go farming.
I'm gonna cook purely organic food that I pick myself.
Was his own farmer's market. He cared. You know what? He's an environmentalist that actually got the job done. Like, straight up. Darkseid is a damn conservative. He's a Republican. and I said it. Yeah, I said it. Even libertarian. Like, if you really want to look at it, Thanos had very Green Deal ideals if you want to get to real life politics. Mm-hmm. But I thought Darkseid looked good. I actually thought he looked good. You know, now as Uxas, it didn't look right. You know, when the first big the era of gods or the era of heroes, the first war or whatever, he was way too CG. It was hardcore CG, especially when he hit the ground and pulled the dirt, which Steppenwolf did the same thing. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But when they got him in his element on Apocalypse, I loved the way he sat, which reminded me of good old school Jack Kirby Darkseid, or the Superman animated series version of Darkseid that was voiced by the amazing Michael Ironside. They didn't do that, and that made me mad with Zack Snyder. Why is his arms not behind his back? Behind him, because that's what made Darkseid such a menace. Was his demeanor, was the way he carried himself.
He's so powerful that he can just walk around.
Below him. You can
just an asshole. I can do what I want.
You know, because I've always said one of his greatest appearances was when in Superman the animated series, when he came out of that boom tube and he just goes, "So you're the Superman of Earth, bitch slap. Don't play me. I am your worst." And I was just like, all right, baby, look, you can have this planet. This is all yours.
Let's take it down enough.
Take it down, bro. All you had to do was say, hello, you can have the planet. You didn't have to hit that man like that. That man ain't did you nothing. So, yeah, man, I actually like the way they did Darkseid. And I knew I wasn't going to get a full-fledged Darkseid confrontation, although the dream sequence thing with Cyborg, when the ship showed him the future, I did like the fact how he did Aquaman, though. And then he Omega beamed.
Yep.
Oh boy. I was just like, pew! And I sat there and I went, okay, I like that. And he looked like the comic book Darkseid. He looked
Mhm.
like
He looked good.
he looked
Yeah.
good. And I really, really would have wished the man who did, I can't remember the actor's name. He's a really good actor. Who did his the body thing,
Oh, the mocap.
the mocap, as well as his voice. I really wanted gravelly Super Friends Dark Side.
Mhm.
I'll get you, Superman.
Yeah.
That voice always got me.
Unicron.
Unicron. I would have loved to hear that kind of voice, but what was given, I'm okay with. Cool,
Yeah.
you got that. So, Dark Side bonus. I still say Ed Asner should have played Granny Goodness. Y'all kiss my ass. I believe in it. Release the Asner cut. All right.
We got another 4 hours in it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. I talked too much on that. So consensus is Alex, did you enjoy it? Do you recommend people check it out, or
I recommend people check it out for this particular reason. It will encourage Warner Brothers, HBO, other studios to allow directors to execute on their vision. I'm not going to tell people to shy away from it. Look, it is an investment of your time, but take the time to watch it, because if you're a DC fan, a comic book fan, if you're a geek at all, this may be the final version or vision of this particular DCU. So I would highly recommend you check it out, if not for just supporting directors being able to execute on their visions.
David, recommend or nah?
I would recommend. Look, like we've all said, it's definitely an investment, but I recommend it. It definitely fleshes out everything, and then you get out your system. There you go.
Gotcha, Chris. Yay or nay?
Sure. I mean, it's not a bad
Yeah,
movie.
man, maybe.
Gotcha.
It's good.
Okay. It's got moments, there's
Instead
credit.
of watching 2 movies, you can watch this 1 movie.
There you go. It's the chocolate and peanut butter Superman.
It has its
superhero
moments,
films.
like Cool Runnings.
And last but not least, I say if you want the experience, go for it. If you just want to see some cool graphics, because like Zack Snyder really is a good visual director, go for it. But if you want to see the true Justice League, you might as well just go on Cartoon Network on demand and our HBO Max and watch the Justice League animated series from the
Data Unlimited.
2000s.
Throw it down. Yeah.
And Justice League Unlimited, because that is the true version of the Justice League and all of its glory. But hey, Zach, congratulations. I know there was still some drama with this happening, but once again, glad to see you got your
Look,
vision.
yeah, exactly. Look, truth be told, I'm glad it happened. Like, I'm glad he got it out there, like.
Well, and considering the circumstances, because people may not know
his
why, what happened
with the passing of his daughter,
which is the reason why he wasn't able to execute. So this is a very tumultuous time and movie. So the fact that he kind of is able to close the book in that chapter of his life, I feel very, happy that he's able to kind of conclude that portion of his life and to move on.
Exactly. Like,
amen to that. And speaking of amening, it is time, ladies and gentlemen. We have given DC all the love that we want to give it, but now we have to give it to the true dogs, the true greatness. And it is time for the Mighty Marvel TV Talk. I will reach. Don't make me. I'm just kidding. Anyway, y'all, it is the Mighty Marvel TV Talk. WandaVision is all said and done. Congratulations to them, to Marvel, with such. I thought it was an amazing show.
Very cool, yeah.
But we are back in the swing of high action. Falcon and Winter Soldier it just left. It just gave us beauty for me.
The boys are back in town.
The boys are back in town, man.
No, I know. I have not seen it yet.
Okay, well, we won't ruin it. We're not going to talk too much about it. All I'm going to say is, if they ever recreate the scene well, I never remember Carl Weathers' character name in Predator. But that moment,
Oh.
Dutch, you son of a bitch. Pom! That is Falcon and Winter Soldier.
It's got that energy.
Dude,
God damn, Marvel.
It already started off hype. I mean,
Woo! Alex, Chris, take the time. I know you're a father, Alex. I know you're a husband. Chris. You take some time. I'm telling you.
yeah, come back from Microsoft Island and check it out.
Tell
Please.
Bill, look, baby, give me a moment. I gotta fly out. You know, they got a fine ass woman that's flying you out. Her name is Marvel, and you gotta go show her some time. But this is back to Winter Soldier awesomeness. The first 15 minutes.
Wow.
Holy patoosh. Like,
Yeah.
dude, Marvel is not here to play. They are here to quote the great Big Frida. They are not here to play around with you hoes. They are here to slay. And look, they did. Shout out to New Orleans. You got some love.
Say,
Oh, this is not a spoiler, but kinda. The great GSP is back. Georges St. Pierre is back. Dude, the shenanigans that happened was close to R rating.
Wow.
In that action sequence. Justice League got an R for throwing 3 F-bombs. Let's just be honest. Okay, because the violence really wasn't the bloodletting. It was so dark. It would just look like
dippity.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad. But the one thing I love about Marvel is you're gonna see some action. You're gonna see somebody get shot, and it's not gonna be in the dark with muzzle flashes. You're gonna see that bullet hit, and boy,
And let's be real. Oh yeah, the action already.
Whew, it's top notch. I have to say. And I'm gonna quote the guys from Double Toasted, who I watch religiously in their movie review. If Marvel keep doing this, they're gonna fuck around and make us not want to go to the movies. They're gonna make us say, babe, I'm not paying $10, $15, $20, $30 to go to the movie. Bitch, I got Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I say production quality is on point with anything that's been on big screen.
Yeah,
it's been phenomenal.
Yeah, and they are hit. They just hit on all cylinders, and they are not stopping. Falcon and Winter Soldier is only 6 episodes. This could be a one and done, but there are rumors of Marvel may bring them back for another 6 episodes for season 2. I know WandaVision is one and done, but Falcon and Winter Soldier definitely has legs just on this one episode. And I know some might see this and say, okay, dude, you are fanboy and you're doing it. And I will say to you, yes, I am. But they can come up with a series. This is Lethal Weapon for Marvel, except, Bucky ain't a racist who don't like Jews. I mean, he is from that era of not but the chemistry that's been teased, we do not see that in the first episode. The first episode really is hey, here's what's been going on, and you're kind of like, oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh. But I love it.
So I think the now that we're talking about Marvel, which I know we have a time limit, so I'm really going to try to condense this down, but
we're 9 minutes over, baby. Keep going.
The thing that Marvel has over DC is time.
Yes.
Their biggest thing that they have over DC, and that's the problem that DC has, is it is trying to shoehorn in these top tier storylines and cram them into one movie, Death of Superman, all this other stuff. Whereas Marvel is doing the opposite. they now have the time and the breath to like, we're going to reference something completely obscure from one comic back in the 80s or 90s because we have the opportunity to flesh this character out. So I am very excited to see where Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to head. And what's interesting, I know you brought up New Orleans, just from watching the previews and knowing Anthony Mackie's background, I felt like Louisiana was going to get some love. So shout out to Disney for showing our hometown
out there in Delacroix, Louisiana. Yeah, man. Yep. And just a quick thing, because we're gonna wrap up Mighty Marvel TV Talk. I did want to say, with a Louisiana connection, shout out to Coach Ed Orgeron for showing up on Young Rock. Because if you, I didn't know this, he was the defensive coach at the University of Miami, the Hurricanes, when Dwayne Johnson was playing.
Oh wow!
So that they are very close. So he was on an episode, and the guy that played him was hilarious. Or give me my coffee grounds. I'm just like, which if he did that, Coach, that's kind of sick. But I know folks who do chewing tobacco, that's even nastier. So congratulations to him. Once again, congratulations to LSU. Did they win this year or last year? Whatever they did, they won something. So congrats.
Sure.
I'm never going to be a Tigers fan, but congrats. All right. So that wraps it up. But before we go, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the show where we always ask, what are you watching? What are you playing? Unlike Chris, what are you reading? Because Chris don't believe in literacy. Screw you, libraries. So I'm going to start off with our guest, Mr. Alex Labat. What are you playing? What are you watching? And what are you reading? Or what are you reading?
So what am I playing? I've actually been speed running Super Mario 64. I have a friend, shout out to Drunk Baby Yoshi on Twitch. He's been streaming every day for about 4 years. And this month is March. So March 10th is Mario Day. So it's been March Mario Madness. And I said, you know what? I've never speedrun anything before in my life. On March 1st, I'm going to try to speedrun Super Mario 64. So that's what I've been playing. And I've learned about that realm, and I've been having an absolute blast with it. So I've been playing a lot of different Mario games, but Super Mario 64, shout out to Nintendo for one of the greatest games. And if you're looking to pick it up, at the end of March, there's Super Mario 3D All-Stars for the Switch. That's going away. So if you want to play Super Mario 64 on the Switch, I highly recommend you pick it up. It's probably going to be a collector's item in the future.
Jump on it, kids.
As far as what I am watching, after WandaVision, I have started watching the Spider-Man animated series on Disney Plus because the Multiverse of Madness is going to tie into Wanda, which is also going to tie into Spider-Man 3.
Right.
And we've been talking about the multiverse as far as Wanda is concerned. There are multiverse episodes of the Spider-Man animated series and Secret Wars. And so I've been going through that because that's what I grew up on.
Right.
And so I've been watching some of that because I'm prepping myself for a live action Spider-Verse, because if that happens, I'm going to die. That will be the last thing I watch, because I will be so happy. I will have checked off the pinnacle of happiness as far as cinema is concerned. Yep, I'm just signing my note.
The check.
Right. Basically, Alex is saying, "Thank you, Joe Perry, for the slamming Spider-Man."
Well, and the reason I say that, at WandaVision, the more I watched WandaVision, the more hype I got for Spider-Man, because Spider-Man 3, we have Jamie Foxx coming back, Alfred Molina coming back, J.K. Simmons coming back, and then Multiverse of Madness is being directed by Sam Raimi, and Danny Elfman is doing the score. And if we all remember, Spider-Man 2, one of the greatest Spider-Man or superhero movies of all time, that's who that crew was. So I'm just prepping myself Spider-Man wise after watching WandaVision, because if we get to see a multiverse of any kind, I'm going to be over the moon.
And that comes out this year, people. So Spider-Man 3,
Yes.
No Way
Yeah.
Home, which is the title, comes out December 15th, 2021. Hopefully the Rona will give us a break and let us go into the movies and nerd out a little bit, because we know that ain't coming on Disney Plus. That's owned by Sony. Sony ain't got no good streaming other than what is that crap? Crackle? I don't know. So
Yeah.
Sure,
that's
let's do it
coming.
on Crackle. Anyway,
But that's what I've been playing and watching recently.
Awesome. Let me just go straight to Chris, because I'm going to cut out the reading. So, Chris, reading is for suckers. What are you playing? What are you watching?
Well, I just recently upgraded my PC, so I'm playing around with all kind of old PC games that finally get to run okay. I will be playing Outriders in a couple weeks.
Nice.
As far as watching, I plan on watching Falcon and Winter Soldier. Right now, I'm actually following a little YouTube series called This Retro Life. It's about a guy. He has all his old home videos of when he was a kid, him receiving like Nintendo gifts, Genesis gifts, and stuff like that. So it's been like a nostalgic bomb.
Nice.
Just watching him. So
okay, cool. Dave, what? Not
well,
about
man,
to do
you
it
know,
like Resident Evil 4. What are you playing? What are you watching?
playing nothing cool, man. You know, I'm just sticking with the League of Legends, sticking with the Overwatch, playing the Final Fantasy 14. Come join me and fail on all of these if you play on PC. You know, as far as watching, let's see. I mean, the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Come on. Then, you know, as the resident freaking weeb here. You know, I'm watching like Jujutsu Kaisen. You know, I'm watching Attack on Titan, all that stuff. Still, you know,
Which took a
all
break
that's
because of the
kind of ending really soon.
yeah.
So,
Well, Attack took a break from last
yeah,
because
correct.
of the
Unfortunately,
earthquake.
earthquakes and everything
You
over
know,
there.
hopefully that everyone's okay out there in Japan. You're in our thoughts. What
But
else?
other than that, man, you know, not a whole lot, man. You know, just
I
my dumb games.
I have one more. I
Please
just looked at my
add.
notes.
Add.
So I have a future thing for everybody to watch.
Mhm.
April 2nd on Disney Plus, Guinea Tartakovsky's Clone Wars series is going to be added. And if you have never watched it, it is probably the best Star Wars related thing ever, period.
With
I'm
one of
going that hard in on it.
Dude, I forgot they were
Yeah.
adding that. Oh.
They on April 2nd. So if you don't know who Guinea Tartakovsky is, he did Dexter's Lab,
Yep.
Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack. He animated a Star Wars series,
Mhm.
and it is phenomenal.
It was like what? 2-minute episodes, 3-minute episodes or something.
They were shorts that they
Yeah.
ended up putting into like a 2 DVD collection. And
Mhm.
so that collection is going to be brought to Disney Plus on April 2nd. And I cannot wait. If you are a Star Wars fan, if you're an animation fanatic, I highly recommend you check this out.
Which also had the coolest Mace Windu fight sequence ever.
And that's why we're friends.
Ever. Because, well, we all saw Attack of the Clones. And yes, while he took Django's head, he didn't do much of that after that, except lose a hand and fly because the white man said so.
Bro. This one's for Windu.
Kill him. Yeah. All right. As for me, what am I playing, y'all, ladies and gentlemen? I am stuck on Outriders. I am addicted to the demo. I am definitely going to get the full game. So I've been playing that. I have a let's play. I did my first full let's play, part 1 to it. You can check it out. I will put a little thing on there. It might go over Alex's head. It won't take him out, kids. He's okay. He'll be safe. I've also been playing Cyber Shadow. That's been working my last good damn nerve, but I love the challenge because it's old school 80s, you know, Ninja Gaiden type feel. As for watching, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is a given, but I highly recommend people watch Superman and Lois on the CW.
Wow.
I have
The
walked
80s?
away from CW, and I'm truly walking away from them now that Black Lightning is in its final season, which another show I would definitely recommend. But Superman and Lois, I'm really loving it. Superman got problems, y'all. Just because he's an alien from another planet, don't mean he ain't got to pay a mortgage. And that's one of the coolest things about it. It does capture old school classic Superman. That's the thing
That's
that
cool.
I love, you know. Um Also, there's a few other things I'm watching which are not geek related. I have been addicted to PBS as of late, so I'm watching my British mysteries as usual. That's my soap operas. And
Right on.
and I am fingers crossed. There are some mumblings coming from the UK, other than that UK strain of Corona. Sherlock may be coming back.
Really?
This is once
Nice.
again hardcore rumor. Benedict Cumberbatch was him and Steve Moffat were supposedly caught at a cafe having a talk, and someone went up to Moffat and he said, "Yeah, we're working on some new projects," which they have always said they are going to work together forever.
Hmm.
And with Cumberbatch just had finished the this new spy movie that's coming out.
Hmm.
One of the things on his slate was a return to a great show, which was kind of like the thing of, oh wait, is it Sherlock? So
A big
don't so don't quote me
Hmm.
now, don't hold me to it, but Sherlock may be coming back for everybody. So that is what I've been playing. That is what I've been watching and what I've been reading. I'm gonna make it quick. I went back to the classics. I am reading Samurai Executioner. Don't ask me to say these gentlemen's names because it's Japanese and I do not want to destroy their names. But it is a prequel to the Lone Wolf and Cub series. If you've ever read that or saw the movies, I highly recommend you read it. It is some triggering stuff because this is Japan, this is samurai, so there's going to be some scenes that are kind of cringeworthy, but amazing read. It's 10 volumes. It's in the nice little small digest format, the little fat books. Amazing and beautiful art, great stories. I recommend you pick that up. It's from Dark Horse. They never let me down, and they won't let you down. So that wraps it up, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you. This was episode 7 of the Geek Table Talk, now titled "We Love You, Phil Spencer," as given to us by our special guest, the amazing Alex Labat, who you can find on Twitch. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex, I'm going to let you say it because when I say it, they're not going to believe me. Check out Alex Labat on Twitch at
SNLABAT, SN Labat.
SN Labat, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling y'all, dude is awesome,
Thank you.
funny as hell. I'm probably gonna go watch him do his Mario 64 speed runs so I could totally mess with him and go, dude, you missed the penguin, dude. You missed the
Oh,
penguin.
you missed that
Yeah.
one, huh?
You missed that one, huh?
Hey.
Speed
Yeah.
run.
You
Not
could
an
do that
expert,
faster,
sir.
huh?
So definitely check him out, man. Subscribe to him, follow him, show him love. He is an amazing person. He is my friend, so that is why. And as for these other two amazing friends who I will never call ass clowns to their faces,
I say, not to my face at least. Come on.
Yeah.
Mr. Christopher McNabb, as always, my boy, you know, hold on. This is funny because my sister's like, "Are you almost over?" God, come on. You're making me run off.
Oh,
Mr.
please.
Christopher.
We didn't have the door open today. What the hell?
Oh, dude, I locked that bad boy. No children. So I want to thank Chris. I want to thank Dave Welty, Mr. Welters. And most importantly, I want to thank everyone who has subscribed. 468. Once again, we are on the road to 1,000, but Pit Stop giveaway starts now. Let's get to 500. Tell a friend to tell a friend to shake a friend to subscribe. Hit that red subscribe button. It only takes a second. Blue thumbs up. We all know blue thumbs are cool. And hit the bell and put it to all y'all so we can notify you when we drop a new episode or I drop a new movie review, which are coming. My Biggie review is out there. My Coming to America is out there. I'm going to be doing some more. So when it comes, you'll be notified. You can watch, you can laugh, you can sputz, you can be mad. I don't care. Leave comments, do whatever you want, but show us some love because why? We will show you that love in return. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill. Wash your hands, wash your feet, wash your ass. We are still in a broken Panasonic tape deck. Wear a damn mask. Please. I got my vaccine. Hooray for fat. No. No, but please be safe out there. Play some dope ass video games. Read an awesome comic book. Watch something cool and share. That's what we want you to do. So until next time, stay geeky.